So it depends on whether we're lifting or doing conditioning that day, but either we'll have an hour of lift or an hour of conditioning. And for us, conditioning is just swimming, like swimming laps like the swim team. And then after we do that, we'll do about 2 hours of water polo practice. That would usually consist of like some form of like a warm-up, passing a little bit, shooting, and then going through some like really broken down shooting drills or offensive or defensive drills. And then usually it'll build towards like some sort of front court offensive play or a defensive play where you kind of like put everything together into like game speed.
I did notice a big change coming into college, like with my kind of swimming ability and like how hard I could shoot the ball after doing a lot of lifting. Because it's kind of these muscles that previously we hadn't been toning in those sorts of ways prior to coming into college. And I think that was super helpful. And as a team, I also think it's really helpful to kind of get that routine together.
One thing definitely that I've noticed specifically that has helped us so much in games is our conditioning. Since we got our new assistant coach, Cassie, we've been doing a lot more swimming and a lot more intense swimming, and it definitely shows in games. Like towards the end of the game, you can hear like your opponents like panting in your ear, and you know the way you feel, like, and so I'll feel like I hear them panting, I'm like, I'm ready to go. Like, I'm not as tired as this girl. I'm still like totally in this.
So going over game footage, I would say, is super helpful. Like when you're doing it, it feels a lot different, and then you look at it and it looks completely different than what you thought you were doing. And so seeing it from that different angle honestly really slows down the game, and it makes it a lot easier to see where you went wrong or what you were doing right. And so when we watch it as a team, I think it really helps us with the strategy part of the game, where like you go back and you look at it and you were like, oh, this girl needed to go here instead of there. Whereas when you're in the pool, you don't really see it from that angle. I think our coaches do a really good job preparing us for things and throwing out different sorts of skill sets that we will definitely use in the games.